Time now to get an update on the news with Issue Today, and Angela Tong is in the studio. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Sunyan.
TGIF.
Yes.
All right, let's begin with some first COVID-19 kind of related news. We've seen the numbers surge recently, kind of alarming. And unfortunately, this has also led to some I think some fear mongering and sometimes rumors spread online. For instance, yesterday there were some official documents apparently in circulation going around lots of people's social media accounts saying that we are going to be heading back to the former sort of social distancing level 4.
Yes, that's right. Captured images of an official document were circulating online on November 24th. And this caused concern among public, of course. But it turns out the document originated from Seoul's Seocho police station and was to notify changes in its internal disinfection measures after mass infections were reported within the station. So 2 of its police officers were infected with COVID-19 and 5 more tested positive in PCR tests at Seocho police station. A specific part of the document seems to have caused public concerns, which was we're going to apply social distancing measures corresponding to level 4 until the number of infection decreases.
Okay, so we kind of debunked that rumor. This is only for Seoul Seocho police station where there was an outbreak. What about sort of official measures? There had been talk that the government was going to make an announcement, an official announcement.
So, Korea Disease Control and Prevention Agency, KDCA, dismissed the possibility immediately by saying they've never really discussed the option of going back to level 4 right now. Health authorities confirmed they don't intend to change the current phase 1 with living with corona era.
All right. There were some reports that some announcement might be coming today, but I believe that announcement has been pushed back for Monday, so we'll update our listeners on that. Moving on to our second story. Now, of course, lots of workplaces have their own evaluation system, but when it comes to public positions, serving the public, it does seem that higher standards are required in terms of integrity and morality. So the Seoul City government recently announced a new assessment system for its high-ranking public servants.
Yes, the Seoul City government announced it's going to apply a 3-phase integrity and morality evaluation system for higher ranking officials in the first half of next year.
All right. So before we get to that, what is the existing system then?
So there's an evaluation system for promotion through a thorough opening recruiting process, but it's mostly for checking whether the candidate is involved in any illegal cases under investigation and not for how many houses they own or for the morality of the candidates. Oh Se-hoon, the Seoul City mayor, however, stated that for higher ranking officials, housing speculation, sexual crimes, and DUI, these are more than just personal issues as they're directly related to the public, general public. He wants the Seoul City government to set a good example in ensuring the integrity and morality of high-ranking public service.
Right, and the housing speculation, of course, that is a sensitive issue for many living here in the capital. So how is this new system going to work for those in the higher positions?
So several elements will be added to the current evaluation system for those who are in grade 3 and higher. And here, the smaller the number, the higher the grade is. So the grade 3, 2, and 1 people. So they include how many houses they own, whether they actually reside in their home address stated in the residential registration, whether they have evaded or delayed any tax payment intentionally, whether they have any criminal records related to sexual crimes or DUI. For public officials who are grade 3 and higher and own more than one house, they will not be able to get promoted to a higher position, and they will also be excluded from tasks related to housing. This ban on multi-house ownership will be applied to the city's grade 4 public officials if their task or department is directly related to the housing.
So pretty strict measures when it comes to housing, but are there any exceptions to this rule?
Yes, so in some cases, such as if you own more than one house to support your parents, children, or if you're under a prohibition of the resale for some reason, these cases may be considered as exceptions after some more further investigation by the related commission.
All right. Moving on to our last story. I'm sure a lot of our listeners may have seen this striking image, but it's a highly rare and also kind of historic photo of some soldiers, a soldier actually who died during the Korean War 70 years ago.
Yes, the remains of a soldier who died during the Korean War were found in a demilitarized zone of South Korea, Cheolwon-gun, Gangwon Province. The remains were found in a personal trench of White Horse Battle. They were in a shooting posture as if it depicts the moment a bomb exploded and he tried to hide himself to avoid.
So if you search the news, or if you are kind of old-fashioned and old school like me, in the newspapers, they were all showing this image as well.
Right.
Again, it's a solemn reminder of the highest price that so many young men had to pay to protect our country. We should never take what we have now for granted.
Yes, the Ministry of Defense explained the upper part of the remains, a bulletproof helmet with holes in it, and the skull and ribs all show there was a fierce battle going on back then. And they also found a rank badge, which belonged to a first-class private of that time, which is today's Lee Deung-byung. And this means, unfortunately, the soldier was not a veteran. He was just sent to the battle.
Right. It also serves as a reminder that there are still many soldiers who were still kind of missing, and their remains have not been found yet either.
Yes, so the Defense Ministry visited the remains at the excavation site and delivered messages that they hope joint excavation work by the two Koreas will hopefully begin anytime soon, and that South Korea is fully ready right now to proceed with the joint work as stated in September 9th military agreement.
All right, so let's hope that can get off the ground very quickly. Thank you very much for those updates, Angela.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you
Yes.
back here on Monday.
See you Monday.